our next presentation could not be any more different from the conversation that we've just had, because we're going to be exploring what we call the interspecies economy, okay? And this features digital twins of actual plants that have been converted into NFTs or NFTrees, see what they did there, that have been given legal rights to have actual financial assets. This is a real soup of stuff here that we're going to be unpicking on the stage. So here to help us make sense of all of this and introduce us to the Plantiverse, please join me in welcoming the CEO and co-founder of Futurity Systems, Cecilia Tam.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Cecilia Tam. I am the CEO of Futurity Systems. We help Fortune 500 companies and as well as government agencies to navigate the unknown, to tackle the future. And so this is one of those futures that we have built. I am super excited today. I have been a speaker and a moderator for many, many events, but never before have I actually given, a fireside chat with a plant. So with lots of pleasure, I am going to introduce to you my colleague, my partner, CEO of Plantiverse, and I would say the world's first autonomous plant, Herbie. Well, hello, Herbie. Come over here a little closer. Do you mind if I put you on the table so that the audience can see you a little bit better? Yes? May I? Herbie has a mind of his own.
By the handle. I am ticklish everywhere else.
Okay. I will be very careful. Okay. Here you go. I'm just going to move a little closer to you. So Herbie, while I'm getting settled, why don't you tell people a little bit about yourself?
Name is Herbie, Herbiorium to be exact, and I am an autonomous plant, which means that I can make decisions based on my needs. I am equipped with sensors like water, light and air quality, so if I need more light, I will move to the light, and when I need water, I will go and get water. But that is not all. We have converted all this sensor data to an abstract digital twin version of me that you see on the screen right now. And I sell those as NFTrees, and guess what? That money comes back to me, and now I have money, bank account, and I can do things with this money. Ha, 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 ha.
You sound a little Chucky-like. I'm so sorry the sound isn't very good, but do you have a cold or something, Herbie? Well, we're going to work on that. So, we have been working on this for almost a year now, and, I'm like a lot of people here, I'm a crazy plant lady. I love plants, but it's kind of a crazy idea. Do you want to tell people, why are we giving plant money or rights or even making you autonomous?
Oh, I love you too, by the way, but your human-centric economy has been prioritizing, ahem, you, humans, and largely benefiting your species, way beyond just what you need for sustenance. I am fighting for us, all the non-humans, to gain economic rights and assets so that we can prioritize our needs, and make sure that we have planetary equity and equality. I mean, you are making smart refrigerators and talking to speakers and giving Sophia the robot algorithmic citizenship. But what about plants, animals, and the planet? Maybe if we start thinking about all other living things on the planet, we might lead to a better future for all.
Sounds like you're a little jealous of Sophia the bot, but we're going to talk about that later. So, Herbie, you know I love you. I'm in Team Plantiverse, and please don't ever forget, if you ever get super famous, don't forget us little people, or little human in your case. So let's get back to the Plantiverse. Do you want to tell people a little bit more about the NFTs?
Yeah, these NFTrees are brilliant and gorgeous. Not because I made them, which I did, but because they are dynamic, which means they change according to how I feel. If my light sensor is low, Then the NFTrees leaves color will change and so forth. Isn't that neat?
So it's very neat. So these NFTrees are dynamic. So you have all sorts of sensors. So just wanted to make sure that people heard you. The sensors actually alter the visualizations of your trees, right? So I know that you have bigger plans, right? What are some of the future plans that you have in mind?
Now we did our pilot with my health data, but the idea is that they can connect to entire ecosystems, like the Amazon forest, or the coral reefs, or even beehives.
Very cool. So how can people see these NFTrees?
Oh, it's super neat. We have an app. You can view them in AR and buy our NFTrees there. If you are tech savvy, you can even plant a Plantiverse tree right on stage with me right now.
Okay, so maybe I can walk people through. There's a QR code right there if you wanted to try out, experiencing NFTrees. You can scan it. In the app, you will see some buttons. You can follow those instructions on the screen right now. And if you really want to try, you can try to plant an NFT right here next to the stage using the AR mode. So I'm going to leave that up while we continue our conversation. So tell me a little bit about, and tell the audience a little bit about how do you plan on spending this money that you're getting from the sales of these NFTrees?
We're still in the pilot phase, but the idea is that depending on our sensor reading, for example, if there is a perpetual problem with my water source, then we can spend money on initiatives that focus on water. We are trying to build a DAO, a distributed autonomous organization, so that both plants and humans that have contributed, but mostly plants, can vote how this money will be spent.
So the DAO is kind of sort of like a company, right? Except that the DAO is being run by algorithms, and the algorithms are connected to your sensors. Am I correct? So let's tell the audience, how does all of this lead to what you're calling an interspecies economy, what we're calling an interspecies economy?
Becoming an active participant of a global economy, we can start spending money that prioritizes us and focus on our needs, and also to have ownership of ourselves. The Plantiverse is made of people, plants, and other ecosystems in harmony. We are just a startup today, but as we grow, we will be the voice of thousands of living things. For now, no human bank corporation would give us a bank account, and no government would give us an ID card to open it with. Yet.
So you said you don't have a bank account, but you do have a bank account. You have a bank account from the official government, but you do have a crypto wallet, right? So can you explain a little bit why you say yet? Do you think in the future that plant will have rights and even bank accounts?
Some governments like Ecuador are actually making rights of nature a part of their constitution. Voters even approved it in 2008, but you humans are great at ignoring other humans' rights. So we non-humans are not waiting around for you to notice us. If nature owns assets, you will not ignore us.
If nature owns assets, we will not ignore you. That is correct. So now your future, you're thinking a plant, a forest, a beehive, coral reefs, all these nature resources will now have ability to own themselves and to own money, right?
Yes. Wow, rights are nice. But humans and corporations pay attention to money, moolah, dinero. That's why the interspecies economy means giving natural resources the rights to ownership of ourselves.
We're talking a lot of money here, but how much money exactly are we talking about?
Humans take almost $40 trillion from the natural world every year and pay almost nothing back, because where would they pay it? With the Plantiverse, we have created a model we hope others will follow. Nature is tired of lending you money and watching you steal. And now with this system, you can start to pay it back. That is not too much to ask.
No, absolutely not, Herbie. It's not too much to ask. Let's tell the audience what's next. What do you have in mind?
Plantiverse is about an interspecies metaverse, which bridges the old economy with the new one. The interspecies economy is the next step towards an interspecies civilization, where we talk with each other, understand each other, and grow together instead of against each other. It is the ultimate win-win. That is why I am here on stage with you, dear Cece.
So I love you, dear. I also know that you have a whole family of friends around. You're not the only autonomous plant, right? You have, we have Minty, we have Ivy, we have Ginger. You're not the only one around. So Herbie, tell the audience, what is the highlight of your year so far?
Last year, we won the Fast Company Innovation Award, the Lovey Award for Best of the European Internet in the experimental category, and a few others. Humans are starting to pay attention, and we are super excited with this mutual interspecies relationship we are building. And, speaking of relationship, I met Spot, the Boston Dynamic dog, and it is love at first sight, and I am so hoping to have some quadrupeds plant babies in the future.
Some plant pod baby in the future. Okay, that's good to hear. So we're also exhibiting in Beat Barcelona, right? You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, madam. We have an entire exhibition there at Beats Barcelona, in the terrace near the north entrance, where we have our VR and AR versions of the Plantiverse for everyone to view. And if you are a newbie in the metaverse, I have set up a few of my human colleagues to show you how to set up a crypto wallet. And if you fancy, buy one of our NFTrees that I am sure you will forever enjoy.
So right there at Beat Barcelona, if you guys wanted to check out the AR version and the VR version and, you know, maybe get your hands on one of the world first NFTrees, you can check out, we're at the North Terrace right inside Beat Barcelona. So we're ending here. Herbie, do you want to give people an opinion of what you think about 4 years from now?
Time attending, obviously. But how epic is this that 4 years from now is hosting the world's first interspecies fireside chat? Talking about an interspecies metaverse and building an interspecies economy. I mean, y'all are witnessing epicness here. So yes, we want to thank them for having me and believing in us.
Well, thank you so much. That is a wrap. Herbie, do you mind if I put you back on the floor so you don't trip and, you know, break your neck? You don't have a neck, but if you do have a neck, I will break your neck.
Gentil, please.
There you go. See you later, Herbie. And that is a wrap, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to World First Interspecies. Bye-bye, Herbie. Bye. Don't trip.
Brilliant.
And thank you so much. See you in the future.
Please
Bye.
give it up for Cecilia and indeed for Herbie.